Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Pregame from the Pond, Madison Mallards pregame show. Derek Brizendine, Alec Dopp. Alex, so far this year, the Mallards have been off to kind of a strange start. Not really peaks and valleys. It's been more feast or famine.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that, Derek. I mean, starting off winning their first 5 games of the season, definitely a high note for these guys. And Donnie Scott at the helm, obviously. But, they've run into a little bit of a rough patch recently, losing their last 5 games. That's never a good thing at the start of the season. But, it's baseball after all, and there are going to be highs and lows for sure. But, I mean, a lot of storylines to follow along, too, and I'm excited to see what these guys put together in the next few weeks.
Yeah, there at the beginning of the season, the first couple games, the bats were electric. I mean, there was just, you didn't think they were going to be able to slow down.
I mean, the 16-run game, I can't recall what team that they played when that happened, but, the bats they started off very hot, and I mean, Donnie is very aggressive on the base paths, too, and that's helped them score runs. At the beginning of the season, but lately, not a lot of base runners, which limits your opportunities to obviously steal bases. But they need to figure out a way to get on base a little bit more.
And Donnie's really been at a challenge because he's only had a couple returners come back from last year. Just a few guys. It's been really a new group for him.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, a couple of the pitchers. Tyler Froworth from Minnesota State, Mankato. We recently waived him. He was on the roster for a couple, the first roughly 10 games. But yeah, not a lot of returning guys. So it's been, I'm sure it's been a challenge for Donnie and head coach assistant coach Pete Larson, trying to figure out how these guys can mesh and kind of work together as a group. So.
And this is Coach Larson's first year with the Mallards. I was actually able to sit down with him and Coach Scott there before the season started, kind of get their take on what they're expecting.
My name's Donnie Scott. I'm from Florida in the Clearwater, St. Petersburg area. I was born and raised there, native of Florida, and ended up going to St. Pete Catholic and Tampa Catholic high schools. Signed out of high school and played 13 years of pro ball, and then went on to a 17-year career managing the minor leagues for the Reds.
Peter Larson, currently an assistant coach at King University, Division II school in Bristol, Tennessee, and in my first season here with the Mallards as a pitching coach.
It was tough. I mean, you're all worried about yourself, and then all of a sudden you got to worry about 25 guys, and but it ended up best decision I made, and getting me into coaching. I love doing it. I love developing players.
It's tough. Playing's always fun just because I'm a competitive guy, but coaching's really enjoyable now because I can give back, and it's whatever I learned and whatever I played through as a player, I can give back and teach, and I just really enjoy giving back and coaching as well. So I really enjoy the coaching side more so now.
Well, I mean, I've been doing this a long time, and even when I was in the Reds organization, I coached, in Billings and rookie ball, and so it's the same type situation after the draft. The guys would come in, so I'm really familiar with it. We at least had 5 days back then, but this is only really one day that you get to work with these guys. But you're doing workouts before the games, and so you got to cover a lot in a short period of time to get them going.
Yeah, it's tough, but whoever shows up and we feel gives us the best chance to win, we're going to throw out there and hit the ground running, throw pens, get guys' arms back in shape if they've taken a few days off or a few weeks if their season's ended earlier. But I'm really excited to just see what everyone throw and get into the game situations and get a better feel for them after that.
Trying to win a ring, I mean, that's it. I don't sit there and, I judge things this way. You either walk away with an L or you walk away with a W. And I prepare myself all day long. I get here early in the morning, and it's a good 14 to 16 hour day for me. And I just try to do the best I can to prepare the guys. And my reward at the end of the night is a W. And if we get it done, great. If not, I have to toss and turn all night long. I appreciate the fans coming out the way they do. I know the organization does in general. The support we get is unbelievable, and it's talked about all over the country how neat this place is, and hopefully I can stay here for a long time.
Just thank you for your support, and keep coming out, and look forward to seeing you guys out here and meeting a lot of fans and all the people in Madison, Wisconsin.
As we look forward to tonight, Alec, you know, we talked about those returning guys, and one of those returning guys is actually going to be on the mound for the Mallards tonight as they host the Bullfrogs.
Yeah, absolutely. Nate Hoffman, a right-handed pitcher from Middle Tennessee State. He pitched last summer for the Mallards, and he obviously goes tonight, as you mentioned, Derek. Yeah, he's a returner. He's a really solid guy. Coach Scott really high on his durability and his potential out of the rotation. ERA near about 3.5 this spring with Middle Tennessee State. And he turned in what was really a really good, solid outing for the Mallards on opening night against Kalamazoo. I think it was 5 innings pitched with only 1 earned run allowed with 4 strikeouts. So he's off to a good start, and that's always a good thing when you're looking for a consistent starting rotation depth. So absolutely.
I really think those arms have really been a strength for Coach Scott this season. They've really done a good job of keeping the Mallards close in ball games. Now they just need those bats to come alive, and I think tonight's definitely going to help with the addition of Mikey DeKroger coming in from Stanford.
Absolutely. Stanford, he really put together one of the best all-around seasons on Stanford's roster, and they're extremely talented, as anyone can attest to. And I think he hit above 300 with an on-base percentage of around 400. So this guy knows the strike zone, and he can get on base, line drives, just all over the park. And Coach Scott told me that he's very high on his potential, and fans can expect to see him somewhere in that 3-4 spot in the lineup. Probably tonight even, we'll see. But yeah, so.
And definitely that bat's needed here after scoring 25 runs the first 2 games. It hasn't been quite as explosive since then, but I guess you can't really expect 25 runs every 2 games.
Oh no, this is baseball after all. So I mean, you're gonna have highs, you're gonna have lows. We kind of mentioned before, but the Mallards are gonna take what they can get. This is a very talented roster, up and down, no question about it. So we'll see. I think DeKroger is definitely gonna add some depth at third base. We'll see what he can do with the glove, but the bats, no question, he can rake.
Definitely looking to bounce back here. Lost last time we played the Bullfrogs here at home, split the series with them. Hoping to bounce back, have a big game tonight, get back on that winning streak.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Nate Hoffman, obviously, he's gonna have a tall task. I mean, this is a tough Green Bay club for sure. So it's gonna be exciting for sure.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you tomorrow night.